Are you a ritualistic person?
Not very ritualistic. I mean, I simple lighting lamp and all I do every day.
Yeah.
I do Shiva Puja, but it is a very simple process. It's not the, no adambra, nothing, not this after this after this, not that kind of a ritualistic person. I have a very simple Shiva Puja that I do. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah.
If you ever have to state, or like if you have to just share one miraculous experience wherein you have experience with respect to the Almighty ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ,
Every day is one.
okay,
But if I have to share one experience, it is again with Rairu.
okay, yeah, please go ahead.
So
all the more ears are open.
yeah. So every time I close my eyes, if there's something very, something difficult that I'll have to cross, something I don't want to do, but I'll have to encounter it. So these are the few times when I just close my eyes and I just say, I call him Tata. Okay, so I just say, Tata, please help me. And then it's just gone miraculously. I'll get a phone call saying it's not going to happen. I'll get a phone call saying you don't have to do this. You're expected to do something else. This one time what happened was I was in Mantralaya, and this was during his Jayanti celebrations. We go as a huge group, do a Nadahara, do musical offering to him. And one time when I went there, I had fallen very sick. I was not in a position to go, with the group and take darshan or anything. I was very sick, and my mom was so, like she was worried that this girl is not able to get up and we can't go for darshan. She also stayed with me in the room. People started, because as a musician, they expect you to be there and do the offering, right? Everybody starts questioning, oh, where is she? Where is she? No, she's not here. And it became a huge scene that I was not there. I had prioritized my health over going and seeing Rayaru. All this had happened, but I knew the strain because it was a long queue. We had to wait and then go through the side and take darshana. It is a process, and it was so hot. In Mantralaya at the time. Insanely hot for a Chennite. Imagine the heat. So it was so hot, and I was not in a position at all. But somehow I convinced my father that I will not be able to come, and he left. And then I said, if we stay in the room, people will be coming again and asking us to go again. No, you have to come, and something they'll be saying. So let us go off on the opposite side, sit somewhere under some shade. That's it, over. Nobody will be able to find us at least. And then we got out, and then we walked in the opposite direction towards exit of Mantralaya. We started walking towards that side and went and tried to stay away from these people. But as and when we, like as we progressed, there was a chain seller, some necklace seller. People keep selling something or the other. There was that guy, and then he came. Why are you coming this way? You'll have to go on the opposite direction. Go. You'll have to take darshan. I said, yeah. We already took darshan and we went in the opposite direction again. And it was not just sick. There were reasons why I could not go to the temple. Okay.
Understood.
Yeah, and I could not give explanations to everybody. So, it was not possible. And then I kept going in the opposite direction. Another chain seller came. He said, why are you going in the opposite direction? You have to go take darshana. And then I told Amma, this is not happening. Let us go back to the room itself. And then we again went back. And the entire group who was supposed to be inside the temple by then already, they were walking towards us on the road. And then I told them, why are you here? You're supposed to be there. And then we heard that you're sick and everything. You will have to come now. What is this, falling sick, fever and all? It will happen all the time. Rayaru Darshana happens only one time. That was the first trip to Mantralaya I had.
Oh, wow.
On the day one, I had told my father, it just looks like a very commercial space. I don't feel any bhakti here. I don't feel any vibration. Usually, the moment I enter a temple, the moment
you feel the
water sanidhya.
Yeah.
I told my dad, I don't know if I told, fortunately or unfortunately, I had uttered the words to him saying, I don't feel anything. It's very commercial for me. Then he said, we're going to stay here for 3 days, no?
Let's see.
Let's see. That's all he had told. This was the third day.
Oh,
Okay.
till third day you had not felt the connection at
Yeah.
all.
No. I had told this on the first day.
Okay.
This happening, me falling sick, and
Second,
all of
everything
this
on the
happening
third
is on
day.
the third day. And I asked my mom, is it because I told, that there is no vibration, I don't feel any bhakti here? Is that why I'm not able to go and take darshana of Rayuru today? It so happened that, it's like this. And then she said, no divine force will push their bhakta away like that. If at all they feel there is no vibration or bhakti, they will ensure they start feeling that bhakti and they'll pull them closer. She said, I said, okay, I feel assured now. And then we kept walking, and then they said, we don't know you're coming with us now inside. Then I looked at my mom, I didn't know what to do.
Chalo.
Chalo, go. No problem. So I went. Just as I was about to step inside, I was so scared. Because, there are a few things we follow.
Which we,
We are very strict in following a few things, and I didn't want to do anything else there. But what to do? I can't explain to so many people. We had to go back in the same train together. All that will be an issue. So I thought, okay, fine. If he is so adamant and wants me to come inside, go. So the moment I'm used to saying Arunachala for everything. Okay, that has been the, like if I sneeze, I say Arunachala. Instead of excuse me, I say Arunachala. So that's how it is. I've grown up saying
I say
that.
Deva, in fact. See.
So everything is Arunachala for me. And the moment I stepped inside, I closed my eyes and said Arunachala and went in. Please, you take care. The moment I closed my eyes, I saw Rayuru in front of the Brindavana. I had not even gone to the Sannidhi yet. But I saw the Brindavana, I saw Rayuru breathing, just bones and skin, not like how we usually see in the pictures, all pushti, they put him, no. It was not like that. He was just bones and skin with a unkempt beard and everything, eyes half closed, breathing heavily, deep long breaths in such a, it was like yoga nidra. He was in yoga nidra. The moment I closed my eyes, I got this darshana, and then I went inside. After the queue, the Achar called me in, gave me the plate, asked me to do Aarti, and he was wearing just one plain red vastra that day. There was no alankara, nothing else, Nirmalya Darshana. There was just one red panche that he was wearing, and then I was taking Aarti inside the Garbhagraha of Rayuru. And then I came out. Then my dad said, third day over. Now what do you say? I was mind blown. I was mind blown because nobody gets darshana like that. He's a Jiva Samadhi there.
Yeah.
And when you are blessed with you just close your eyes and you just see him right there. It is not some space where you just say there is no bhakti, there it's also commercial, and then you experience something like this. Tears were rolling down my eyes, and then he made me understand that these trivial practices that we follow are not for me. To me, everybody is the same. Whatever you're going through, you just come and see me and go. So that was the most miraculous experience I ever had. I came back and immediately painted whatever I had seen, and I've put it off in my house, right in front of whoever enters first, they will see that painting.
Can you send a photo of that one so that I can show it to the people?
Oh, definitely. I'll find it and send. It's a little old because it was the first time when I went, but I'll definitely share it with you. Definitely.
Wow. I was just able to just imagine or visualize exactly how the scenes would have happened.
Yeah.
Almost like twice or thrice a year I visit Mantralaya. So, since I know the exact topography of the whole place.
Yeah.
So, when you're saying like when I'm coming from the exit, how you would have gone, how you would have entered, and what would have happened. Of course, just added to the touch of a filmmaker's point of view also.
Yeah.
The visual, the whole screenplay. So,
Right.
This is not just a Rayar episode we have been trying to do.
I know, yeah. It so happens that, oh God, Whenever, because it's all him. It's all
And
him, yeah.
whenever we have met, we have never shared about this actually.
Yeah, this is the first
This
time.
is the
It so
first time.
happened, it's
Yeah,
the
it
first
so
time
happened.
sharing, yeah.
Though we have met many a times, we have never spoken about Rairu so much.
Yeah.
Though she has just shared saying like, yeah, I'm a Rairu devotee, and even I'm Rairu devotee. So nice. It's like I said, these are the kind of experiences, surreal experiences. When you really feel or when you
Yeah.
experience it, then you will be able to know the exact value of what we are talking, or like what you would have witnessed through your own eyes. I'm glad. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ವಿಷಯಗಳನ್ನ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಮಯೂರ ಅಂತ ಮೇನ್ ಚಾನಲ್ ಇದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಪೂರಾ ವೀಡಿಯೋನ ನೀವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಾ ಲೈಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇಷ್ಟ ಆದರೆ ಶೇರ್ ಕೂಡ ಮಾಡಿ.